now let's get started. Pick up that weapon and unload the clip into the target.
Counter-Strike Global Offensive is the fourth full game released in the Western CS franchise. It follows CS 1.6, CS Condition 0 and CS Source. The game was published by Valve and developed by Valve and Hidden Path Entertainment. It's available on PC, Mac, PS3 and Xbox 360. CSGO is a multiplayer team-based first-person shooter. You get to play as either a counter-terrorist or a terrorist and have to attempt to eliminate the enemy team before they eliminate yours, or to complete a game-type specific objective. If you have played any of the previous CS games, you won't need any introduction. For those of you who are new to the series, there are defusal maps and hostage maps. In the defusal maps, terrorists have to plant and blow up one of the two strategical points using a C4 charge, while the counter-terrorists have to prevent the planting or defuse the bomb before the timer runs out. In the hostage maps, the counter-terrorists have to attempt to rescue the hostages being guarded by the terrorists and bring them back to the extraction point. Other than classic casual and classic competitive, which contains hostage and defusal play, CSGO also offers the game modes Arms Race, which is basically the gun game mod.
Nice man, nice!
And Demolition, which is like gun game, but with rounds. You are also only awarded a new weapon when a new round starts.
Come on, chop chop!
Now I'll go over some pros and cons that for me decided why I liked or disliked this game. First up is competitive play. This game mode is basically best out of 30, while whichever team that wins 16 rounds first wins. Each team gets to play as either side and they are switched after the 15th match, so during halftime. The matchmaking seems to be alright and the queue for defusal maps is around 2 minutes. For hostage maps on the other hand, the waiting time has been on average 25 plus minutes, which is a true shame. The competitive play mode brings the typical clan versus clan feel that anyone in the CS community knows. You'll be also able to start a lobby and play competitive mode with your friends, which is where the real fun begins.
Terrorists win!
Next up are the graphics. The game is visibly nicer than CS Source and seems to push the Source engine to yet another level of enjoyable detail. The new player and weapon models look sleek and the maps are more detailed to feel even more realistic than before. The third pro for me are the new toys. The new installment has altered the weapon playfield, both in available guns and the way the guns handle.
Are all the guns available to you in the field?
Silencers are a thing of the past, but with the departure come a few new gadgets.
Throwing a decoy!
I can't decide if I like the decoy grenade more or the Molotov, but they are definitely my two favorite additions. Now some things I disliked about CSGO. First up is the AWP sniper rifle. With no team limit on this well-known instant frag cannon, it can get quite bothersome at times.
We fear no one! I need backup!
Saving up several rounds to get that one gun, just to take over 400 damage from half across the map, it's still not the most enjoyable moment of anyone's day. Although the joy of knifing a sniper in the back is still amazing, I find that this gun could be gone or more limited. A second downside is that at the core it's still Counter-Strike. It's new Counter-Strike, but with 3 little pointers. First up, there's the dumbed down map selection in the competitive play, which leads to most matches ending up being Dust 2. It's a good map, but if it's always gonna be Dust 2, it gets boring. Second, the game menu is visibly made with controllers in mind. The simplification also includes that you no longer get the model select screen at the start of a match, which is a shame. I like to add a little customization there. And third, most of the maps are almost identical to their existing precursors. I know, don't change something that works, but it wouldn't have been bad to add a new game concept or a new map concept. Maybe even reintroduce the VIP rescue. The third and last con is the weapon cores. The weapon cores really missed the point. It's the only solo play because, face it, fighting bots doesn't count, and it's aimed to familiarize new players with the concepts, while at the same time offering a time to practice course for the veterans.
Range. The lower the IQ, the more enjoyment the test subject derives from this test. Nice job.
It feels a little dull. You can only use 5 weapons and they present you the whole arsenal before you start. Time for the conclusion. If you are a true Counter-Strike veteran or you enjoy playing FPSs, be sure to pick the title up in one of the many Steam sales, but don't expect to be truly blown away by all of the new features and maps. It is very likable, but at the core it's still good old Counter-Strike. I rate this game 7.5 team flashes out of 10.
And that was a flashbang.
Thank you for watching, and if you liked this video, please thumb up and subscribe.
Way to hit the giant wood target. You just saved democracy.